Picture this. You're on the ground in your driveway. No one's around. Could you get up safely? If not, that's a problem because this skill protects your future independence. In this video, I'll explain what you can do to get off the ground like you're 10 years old again. Everyone knows if they're able to stand up from a chair or climb up the stairs, but getting off the ground, that's a different story because it's not a built-in part of your day like sitting down in a chair is, which means most people avoid it completely after a certain age, and that can and does come back to hurt them in the future. Getting off the ground isn't some crazy fitness skill or a circus trick. It is directly tied to your independence. Leg strength, balance, and coordination all play a role with this movement. And many people think falls are random. Maybe you even had a fall and didn't know why it happened. But what I see over and over is that patients who can confidently get on and off the floor are almost never the ones who are falling. Lastly, it's a true measure of leg strength through a larger range of motion than just getting up from a chair or doing your stairs. And if you think you can ignore this skill because you believe you're active enough already and won't end up on the ground ever, that can actually be a life-threatening mistake. If you can't get off the ground efficiently, you're going to be in serious trouble if you end up there. I can't tell you how many times I've walked into a patient's house and heard this. I was on the floor for 5 hours before someone found me. You may think that this won't happen to you because you have your cell phone around, but if your cell phone isn't on your body at all times, you could become stuck as well. Having some base level of strength to get off the ground will come in massively helpful if you happen to fall or fall and get hurt and really can't move around well. Plus, improving your ability to get off the ground means you're improving your general leg strength, and stronger legs decrease your fall risk. If you can't remember the last time you were on the ground, I'll explain later how you can ease into it. When working with adults, I find that they struggle to get up for two main reasons. The first reason is probably obvious if you've ever tried it and failed: lack of leg strength. But the second reason, lack of confidence. If you don't spend any time there, you won't know what to do and you're gonna panic. And panic is what makes people freeze. I've seen so many patients who are downright just afraid of being on the ground. There's multiple ways you could get up and they all work, but if you don't know where to start, then it's not gonna be pretty. Even just figuring out how to get down the floor can make many adults anxious if they haven't been there. But just like any skill, practicing it can lead to improvement over time. And if you ignore it, you're only gonna get weaker over time and then risk finding yourself stuck there one day. Here's how you improve, and you can start right now. Step one, if you're not doing anything else, is start practicing sit to stands. Perform them going down to gradually lower surfaces, which will help improve leg strength through a much larger range of motion. A low couch or the second step on a staircase should be your goal. As you work on that, you should also get comfortable being on the floor because that's half the battle here, if we're being honest. Put a yoga mat, pillow, or some kind of pad down and just kneel on either one or two knees. Hold onto a support like a chair or the side of a couch to assist you as needed. Build up to doing it for a couple minutes and don't overthink it. Then, I want you to start working on going from one knee to standing, using a chair or couch to help you push off and come up. It might not be pretty at first, but start practicing this a couple times every day. You'll notice improvement pretty quickly. As you get stronger, you'll notice you won't have to push off with your hands as much. This progression will take many months for most people, but every bit of progress you make here will be a step towards protecting your future independence. One final tip for you once you become more comfortable on the ground: spend some time on the floor every single day. Even if you just do it for a couple minutes at night when you're watching TV, it will make a huge difference. The floor will put your body in positions that you don't get in throughout the rest of the day, and each time it's also practicing getting down and back up. No matter how old or young you are, the ground is gonna be there. So get comfortable with it now, and you won't have to worry when you end up there later.